Feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain. Once we've gone,
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's my pleasure, guys, being with you today. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Let me know in the comments down below where you guys are tuning in, where you guys are listening from, everybody. This is Nestor. I am from Nesting ACC. And it's going to be my pleasure to be with you today, everybody, all right? In today's lesson, guys, as it is stated in our title, we are going to learn how to build empathy, right? How we can show empathy to our customers, right? And this is something that is going to happen in your next job interview at a call center. You need to keep in mind that there are 3 interviews, right? Sort of. One of them is going to be with the recruiter. The other one is going to be with the language specialist. And the last one, which is with the OM, right? He is going to give you the job opportunity, right? And this is something that we are going to cover today. We are going to talk about how you can how you can show some empathy to customers, right? And we're about to start in a couple of seconds, obviously. It's already 7 p.m., right? 7:12 p.m. Let's go ahead and get started, everybody. All righty. And before I just forget, I just want you to know, guys, that the microphone as well is going to be open for all of you in case of you want to jump in and want to have some interview evaluation today, right? If you're in the position right now, if your case is the following, if you are going to go to a job interview this coming Monday, this is your opportunity. In order for you to practice, in order for you to jump in order for you to listen to some of the questions that a recruiter might ask you, at the moment of the job interview, and then you can practice. And at the same time, you can get some feedback, right? Feedback that you can use, and is proven that we have some students already hired in the call center industry. All righty. So thank you very much for tuning in as well. Thank you, all the people from Brazil, people from Peru, people from Colombia, people from El Salvador, people from Mexico. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for hitting that like button, smashing that share button at the same time. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. And thank you as well, people from Nicaragua, right? Thank you a lot, guys. Alrighty, so guys, you guys, what do you want to? What would you like to start with? Right? Would you like to start with an interview? Would you like to start with how you can actually show some empathy to customer? What way? What would be the best way for you to start? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know in the comments down below, because that is what we're gonna be talking today, right? Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Come on. Come on. Come on. In the comments down below. So let me see something quickly over here. Let me know, guys. Let me know in the comments down below. How would you like to start? Would you like to start with some interview? Would you like to start with the class, which is how to show empathy? Yeah, very good. Kevin says empathy statement, please. Yeah, we're gonna be working on that. Yeah, definitely. We're gonna be working on empathy statements for a fact. I hear Jerusalem bells ringing, Roman Calvary choirs are singing. You know, I'm not really good at singing, guys, but anyway, it is what it is, right? For some reason I can't explain. I know. Okay, so this is gonna be really tough because people from TikTok is saying that we need to work on what the customer wants, and then we need to go with the interview, right? So let me see people from, let me see. Thank you guys. YouTube, what's up? What's up? Good evening, everybody. Michael Fuentes, thank you very much. Alrighty, so we have Lucho. Very good, Lucho. Lucho Vargas, thank you very much. In a couple of minutes, gonna start. Yes, yes, that's true. That's true. Then we have good evening, everybody from TikTok, right, from YouTube, right? Nice, nice. Masaya, Guatemala, people from Masaya, Guatemala. Thank you very much. High five and fist bump to you as well, guys. We got Masaya, people from Masaya. High five and fist bump to you as well. Thank you very much. And Michael says, how to show empathy. Yes, this is something that we're gonna be talking about today, right? Carazo, people from Carazo, thank you very much. High five and fist bump to you as well. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. And people from Managua, there you go. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with today's lesson, everybody. And let's go ahead and let me explain you what empathy is. Let me go ahead and start with what empathy is. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any idea about empathy. What is empathy? Let me know in the comments down below. Come on, come on. People from Guatemala, people from Nicaragua, people from different part of the world. Let me know. Chinandega. Thank you very much. Hey, what's up, Larry? High five, fist bump to you as well. Thank you, man, for tuning in. So let me know what building. Oh no, it's not building rapport, right? What is showing empathy, right? What does it mean? Showing empathy for you. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you understand by showing empathy? And by the way, we have a WhatsApp group, right? And I asked in the WhatsApp group, hey guys, what would you like to talk about in your next class, in your YouTube class? And one of the comments was that I would like to know some empathy statements. I would like to know how to make those empathy statements that will make me feel like a person, like a human to a customer. It turns out that the person that she went through this role play, she was not given the job because the recruiter told her that she didn't show any empathy at the moment of the role play, at the moment of the call. And then I was wondering how many of you actually has passed by through the same thing? How many of you has passed like a, you know what, the recruiter, you passed the first filter, the second filter, the third filter, but then you have the role play with the OM, the operation manager, and he says something like, you know what, you didn't show empathy at the moment of the role play. This is something that we're looking for in our individuals, in our agents. So guess what? I would like you to go back in 3 months or in 6 months or whatever the time frame was, but you were not given the job. You were not given the opportunity. So what are you gonna do? Or has that ever happened to you as well? And this, at least today, guys, if that ever happened to you, at least my mission with this lesson is that at least you guys have the opportunity to know how to build some how to show empathy to the customer, right? All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in then. What is empathy for you guys? And we have some comments already. Okay, so we have Andrés Alfonso Porras, and he says, empathy is put yourself in the customer's shoes. Let me repeat it one more time. Put yourself in customers' shoes. And the answer to that one is true, right? That is true. Empathy is putting yourself in customers' shoes. But my question now is the following. How the hell you are going to show, or you are going to tell the customer that you are in customer shoes? How you can prove that? How you can show that? How you can tell the customer, Mr. Customer, I am in your shoes? How you can tell that to the customer? Let me know. So let's see. People from Guatemala City, blessing you, right? Thank you very much, Guatemala. High five and fist bump to you as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Then we have Andres Alonso Porras says, exceeding the expectation of the customer. That is showing empathy, exceeding the expectation of the customer. Nope, that wouldn't be empathy, right? That wouldn't be empathy. Empathy is putting yourself in customer shoes. But now the question is, how can you put yourself in customer shoes? That is the thing, right? Because if you go with the recruiter and you say to the recruiter, you know what? Empathy for me is putting yourself in customer shoes. But then the following question by the recruiter will be, okay, can you give me an example on how you can put yourself in customer shoes? And this, my friend, is where you need to be ready, right? So let's see. Lucho Vargas, it says, it's like being in someone else's shoes. Yes. But you need to use the right specific term, the right specific vocabulary. In this case, will be putting yourself in customer shoes. That is the perfect definition. But the question now is, how? How can you put yourself in customer shoes? That's the question, right? So let me see. Understand them. She says, Shani says, understand them. Yeah, well, how? How can you understand the customers, right? How can you understand the customer? I feel like cold fish. What? Let's see. Talking about the problem. Okay, talking about the problem. Kind of, right? Kind of. It's important to talk about what the situation is. Yes, in order for you to make the customer understand that you actually know what the customer is going through, right? And we have another one, to think like the customer. I like that one. You're getting closer, guys. You are getting closer to what I'm looking for. So, how can you actually put yourself in customer shoes? Okay, now, guys, putting yourself in customer shoes is basically, how would you feel if that situation, right? How would you feel in that situation? Actually, the situation that the customer is going through happened to you. That is putting yourself in customer shoes. Let's see. We're talking about emotions. We are talking about feelings. We are talking about, if the customer is going through something, how would you feel if you were the customer? And in order for you, most of the student, this is actually real. Most of the student, the reason why they fail in answering that question is because, number one, they don't know what putting yourself in customer shoes is. And I'm telling you right now what putting yourself in customer shoes is. Putting yourself in customer shoes is, imagine if you were the customer, how would you feel? It's about feeling and emotions. All right. It's one more time. It's about feeling and emotions. And now, the number one problem is that most of the people, or most of the applicants, they don't know what putting yourself in customer shoes is. Now you know. Now the only thing that you need to do, or do you need to know, is, wow, what kind of feelings, what kind of emotions are the ones that you need to show at the moment that you're talking to the customer. So now let me just go ahead and ask you the following, everybody, people from TikTok, from YouTube. What are the different type of emotions or feelings that you can go through when you are into a situation? It could be positive or it could be negative. Let me know in the comments down below, what are those feelings, what are those emotions that you can go through whenever you are in a situation. Let me know. Let me see if you have the proper vocabulary to show during the role play to the OM, to the operation manager. Come on. Let me know. Once again, showing empathy is putting yourself in customer shoes by showing the customer that you have feelings as well. All right. So imagine yourself in the same situation. How would you feel? Let me know. So, what are the common, most likely, students sometimes they say, oh, frustration, right? The customer is frustrated, or angry, or sad, or happy. And most likely, those are the four vocabulary, or the four adjectives, or the four words that you go with the interview, and you say that. But there are more feelings, right? There are more adjectives in order for you to show some feelings. So let me know. Let me know in the comments down below, which or what are those feelings that you consider that you can use in your job, in your next role play at a job interview in a call center. Let's see. What do we have over here? Let me know in the comments down below. What are those feelings? What are those adjectives that you can use with the customer? Or what are those feelings that you might feel, right? Obviously, when you are going through something. Never rude. Example, Mr. Nestor, Lucho Vargas says, I know how you feel. I understand you. Let me help you and let me fix your problem. Don't worry. You're in good hands. This is what Lucho Vargas says. My friend Lucho, that is not part of a empathy statement. I mean, it's kind of an empathy statement. Remember, this is the thing. Put yourself in customer shoes. That is the thing. Put yourself in customer shoes. Imagine the following. I want you to picture the following, okay? Hold on, wait a second. Let me tell you. Imagine the following. For example, imagine that the customer actually makes a transaction with you, right? And the customer does not feel appreciated by the business that you have given to the customer. So the customer might say something like, you know what? I ordered this and did not arrive on time. It was for my mother's birthday. So what would you say about that? The present was for his or her mother. So the question is, how would you feel if you were that customer? How would you feel if you killed yourself looking for something, ordering something online, or whatever means, and then the product never arrived and it was for your mother's birthday? So how would you feel about that? What would you do? What would you say in this case to the customer? So it's super duper important to know adjectives about feelings. And this is something that I want to share with you, everybody, in order for you to be ready for your next role play at a call center. Marvin says, never rude. Yeah, never rude to the customer, right? And then we have Andres Alonso. I will feel sorry for the customer feelings. And that's the problem. That's the thing right there. We have the problem over here. The problem is that we need to acquire more vocabulary. You never sorry the customer. You will sorry the customer if you make the mistake, right? If you make the mistake, if you, for example, call the customer by another name, oh, you say sorry to the customer over there. Let's imagine that the customer's name is Joseph, and you said, oh, Jose, or I don't know, Peter, right? So the customer will be will feel bad because he thinks that you're talking to another person. And this is where you actually say sorry to the customer. Another way when you sorry the customer is when you did not pay attention when it comes to the address of the customer. All right, what is the address? What is the email address? What is the type of product? How many products? So if you made the mistake, you sorry the customer. But there are some moments where you don't need to serve the customer. The only thing is that you need to show some empathy to the customer. And the way that you can show some empathy to the customer is by simply learning some adjectives, some feelings, and some emotions. And this is something that I want to share with you today. But let me find something very quickly over here before I show you what I want to show you. Give me 1 second, everybody. Give me 1 second. Let me see. I think I have it just right here. Because there were some sentences that you guys mentioned that they are linked, right? They are linked. They go together. They go together with the empathy statement itself, with the, let's say, with the feeling that you need to show to the customer. Okay, anyway, so let's move on, right? We have some feelings that I want to share with you. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. And these are the feelings, these are the emotions, everybody, that I want to share with you, that I want you to keep in mind, that I want you to memorize if it's possible, right? Because they will help you out to identify what is the customer situation. Okay. So we have the following emotions, we have the following feelings, right? Remember that putting yourself in customer shoes is pretty much showing some feeling. It's pretty much what would it happen if you were, if that situation happens to you. That's putting yourself in customer shoes. So the customer, guys, could be angry, right? It could be angry. Let me see if you can see it. Yes, I can. I think you can. I think you can see it, right? The customer could be angry, it could be happy, it could be sad, it could be depressed. Most likely, most of the students, what happen is that they know angry, they know happy, they use sad, and there are some students that they might use frustrated, right? I understand your frustration, Mister Customer. Some agents might say, right? But also, there are other feelings, right? Depressed, motivated, scared, bored, anxious, shocked, tired, surprised, excited, worried, hungry, frightened, upset, embarrassed, in love, nervous, sick, hurt, frustrated, confused, and shy. Those are the feelings and emotions that you need to learn, that you need to memorize, that you need to have it in your stream, in your veins, right, with you. Why? Because at the moment of a situation, every situation is unique. Every situation with a customer, it could be different. So a customer, you cannot say always, I understand your frustration, Mr. Customer. I understand your frustration, Mr. Customer. In the following call, I understand your frustration, Mr. Customer. No, it's not always I understand your frustration, because the customer perhaps is not frustrated. It could be nervous. It could be worried. It could be anxious. It could be in shock. Or it could be tired of dealing with this, right? But he is going to tell you that in the way that he said the things, right? In the way that he say the things, right? So these are the emotions, guys. These are the emotions. And by the way, I just want you to know that I have this emotion in case you need it, and I'm gonna put it just right there in the link right now. I'm gonna put it just right there in the link in case you need it, right? Hold on, wait a second. What is it? Where is it? Hold on, wait a moment. Okay, no. This is not what I want. Okay, there they are. So, in case you need these feelings, emotions, because you might need them for your next job interview at a call center, I'm just sharing the link with you right now, which is this one, right? Which is this one right there. That is the link, the one that you can have access to and learn the feelings and emotions. Now, based on that, showing some empathy to the customer, we need to use some empathy statements, right? We need to use some empathy statement, and those are the ones that I want to share with you tonight. Okay, so here we go. Here we have some empathy statements, right? Let's imagine the following: the customer calls in, ring, ring. You know what? There is a situation with the order, with the present I bought. I ordered from you guys because I thought that you guys going to be able to deliver the product and to my mother's, right? Because it was my mother's birthday, right? The customer is telling you, the customer is being open with you. The customer is telling a situation that happened that happened to him, right? So how can you actually show some empathy to the customer? And we use some empathy statements like this one, for example. If I were you, right? If I were you, or if I were in your position, but this is the thing, and this is another skill that we need to master: active listening. It's super crucial, it's super important, because the OM is going to play the customer, and the OM is going to be the one who drives the conversation. If you're gonna get an upset customer, a shocked customer, a depressed customer, a sad customer, a disappointed customer, a frustrated customer, so the OM is most likely the one that is going to drive the call, in order for you to show the OM how you can show some empathy, right? So imagine that the OM tells you, you know what? It was my mother's gift. She did not receive it. And I can't understand. I trust you guys. I thought that you were going to be, straightforward with this order, but you couldn't handle it. So the customer who is being played by the OM, is waiting for you to show some empathy, right? And the way that you can show some empathy is by using one of the empathy statements right there. If I were in your position, but what position? You need to mention the position. If I were in the position of your mother not receiving that product, I will feel as well frustrated, Mr. Customer. Or depending on the situation, or depending how the customer actually says, right? The situation, you can say unhappy or nervous or worried because it was his mother present, right? So this is how you can build or how you can show. I don't know why I have the word build right now in my mouth. Excuse me. But this is the way that you can show some empathy to customer. It's pretty much putting yourself in customer shoes. So when the recruiter, when the OM, when a language specialist asks you, hey, what is for you empathy? You need to tell the recruiter, the OM, that empathy for you is putting yourself in customer shoes by thinking, by imagine what would happen or how would I feel, right, if this happened to me. And I could feel depressed, I could feel angry, I could feel happy, I could feel motivated, I could feel scared, I could feel excited, and so, right? So let's see. We have another one. We have another sentence, right? Let's see. Hold on, wait a second. Let me share with you another empathy statement, right? By the way, this is from our course, which is the job interview preparation, right? In order for you to have an idea. And in our course, we have everything related to how to, for example, in this one, we talk about, do you have any question for me? We talked about, let's see, some of the evaluations that you're going to have in a job interview. We talked about the call flow, right? And right now we are here, empathy statements. In the call flow, you also have building rapport, how to place the customer on hold. We have a lot of exercise for you to make sure and you understand what empathy is, and you be ready, right? And you be ready for that. Anyways, so another empathy statement that you can use is the following. I understand how difficult, hard it is not for you to receive the present that you bought from your mother. And this is key, guys. This is super duper important. Whenever the customer tells you a situation, don't say, I understand your situation, Mr. Customer. I understand the inconvenience, Mr. Customer. Let me help you. No, don't do that because it's not gonna help you. That is not gonna help you. The customer is gonna feel like, oh, you really understand what I'm going through? I don't think that you actually understand what I'm going through, and it's gonna go against you, right? So I would suggest you that you listen carefully to the customer. And by the way, we have some exercise today, right? And you can paraphrase, you can insert what you heard in the empathy statement, and then you can tell the customer how would you feel or how would you feel if you were in the situation like that. So going back to the scenario where the customer did not receive the product for his mother because it was her birthday, you can say, I understand how hard it is for you not to deliver, for you not to give your mother's present. If I were in your position, I will feel sad. I will feel annoyed. I will feel frustrated, right? I will feel unhappy, right? Okay. So, and that will give you some plus. Oh, you know what? I think finally I found a person that actually cares about what I'm going through, right? And that customer, once you tell the customer one of this empathy statement, he is going to give you the opportunity to listen what you have to say. But in the meantime, if you don't show empathy to the customer, what is going to happen is that customer is going to go over and over and over and over again with the same situation. And if there are right now, if there are some people from the call center, if you don't show empathy statement, the customer is going to be over and over through the whole damn call. It's gonna be like, oh, you know what? Yeah, but it was my mother's birthday. You know that, right? Oh, yes, Mr. Customer. Don't worry about that. Let me go ahead and help you with that. Yeah, okay, help me out. Okay, Mr. Customer, I sent you the product already. Yes, but it was for my mother's birthday, right? And my mother's birthday is super duper important. I never miss a birthday, but I just ordered something from you. I just missed her present. Damn, this company doesn't work. Yes, Mr. Customer, I have fixed the problem. Yes, but you don't understand the problem. The problem is that it was for my mother's birthday. That is the thing, right? That is the, at the end is that is gonna happen. At the end, the customer is gonna feel like that. Alrighty. So the most important part is that once you understand the feeling, the moment of the feeling of the customer, it's gonna be way easier for you to pass that job interview. It's gonna be way easier for you to actually understand the customer, to actually put yourself in customer shoes, right? And it will give you some reward. And the reward will be the customer will be at the end like, okay, thank you, right? Thank you very much. I appreciate your patience. I was rude with you, and I consider you're doing your a really good job, and I appreciate that for your help. Because most likely there's always a solution, guys. The only thing that you need to have is good active listening skill. Listen to what the customer problem is and do your best by showing the best feeling, the best emotions. And let me just play them back again, right? What are those emotions? Angry, happy, sad, depressed, motivated, scared, bored, anxious, shocked, tired, surprised, excited, worried, angry, frightened, upset, embarrassed, in love, nervous, sick, hurt, frustrated, confused, and shy, right? So, with that being said, I have some exercise for you. I have some, I have some sentences, right? I want you to picture the following, right? Let's see. Just give me 1 second. Let me verify something very quickly over here. I want you to picture the following, everybody. All right, so here we go. Okay. I just want you to picture the following, right? Imagine the following situation. The customer calls in, right? Ring, ring. You know the drill. Thank you very much for calling Nestin ACC. My name is Nestor. How can I help you? Oh, you know what? I ordered a product from you guys, and it turns out that it was for my daughter. This is the example, right, guys? It was for my daughter. My daughter was excited about this present, the one that I ordered from you, but she did not receive what the product was. She received somebody else's product, somebody else's present. Let me know in the comments down below what would be your empathy statement through that comment, through that scenario. One more time, let me repeat it once again. My daughter was excited about this present I ordered from your website page, and she received somebody else present. What you gonna do? What you gonna say about that? For example, it says one of the comments, right? I understand your frustration. It's not enough. It's not enough. You need to mention what the problem is. You need to paraphrase what the problem is. So let's see some comments on TikTok, on YouTube. Let's see. So sorry to hear that, Mr. Customer. No, 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 no. So sorry to hear that, Mr. Customer. It's not an empathy statement. If you say that at the moment of the job interview with the recruiter, with the OM, he's not gonna give you the job because he knows, immediately realized that you don't have a clue what empathy is. But Andres Alonso says, "Oh, sir, I can imagine your frustration for that inconvenient, but don't worry, I'm the right person to figure this out or to figure out this problem." Andres, but what is the problem? You need to mention what the problem is. In your when you are repeating, even though sounds like a but or the customer already said that, even though that when you are with the customer on the phone, the customer will feel relief that somebody at least understand what the problem is. If you only said frustration, inconvenience, problem, it's not enough. You need to paraphrase the problem. And that is going to help you out a lot because I have seen how applicants, they open a really good call. Thank you very much for calling Nestor NCC. My name is Nestor. How can I help you? They do a really good opening. The customer states what the problem is, but then a couple of minutes later, they ask, "What was your problem again?" Damn, the customer is gonna be so fucked up, right? So don't do that. I mean, don't say, "I understand your frustration. I understand your problem. I understand your concern. I understand your situation." You need to say what the problem is. And I'm telling you what the situation is. The situation is my daughter was excited about the present I ordered online, and she received someone else's present. What would you say to that one? And guess what, guys? The operation manager can come up with anything, anything. So let me see, Exodia. Okay, so I completely understand how frustrated you are feeling right now. Exodia, what is the problem? What is the problem, my friend? You have to tell me what the problem is. And I'm telling you what the problem is. You need to paraphrase that. Listen, my daughter was excited about the order or about a present order from your website page, and she did not receive what she wanted. She received somebody else present. I'm telling you what the problem is. And most likely that is something that is going to happen to you. If you only say that statement, I understand you're frustrated. I understand that you're frustrated. I understand that you're concerned. Let me help you with that. That is not empathy, guys. That is not empathy. And you're going to have a problem. And then it says, Andres, repeat the concern. Yes, my friend, you need to repeat the concern. But the question is, how are you going to do it? And this is something that I want to read. Let me know in the comments down below, how would you structure the concern? How would you structure the empathy statement, right? The one that I show you guys, plus the concern, plus how would you feel? And that is the perfect combination of empathy statement. Empathy statement is three things. Number one of the expressions that I show you, right? Number one. Number two, the situation of the customer, what the situation is, what is the concern, what is the problem. And number three, how would you feel in that situation? You need to finish with that. You need to give that final touch. How would you feel if that happened to you? All right. And that how you can pass that job interview. And that how you can put that customer in your pocket. As simple as that. Okay, so we got Michael Fuentes says, I really appreciate your call, and I really understand this problem with your daughter present that wasn't sent the right correct way. I don't know what learning yet. What happened over there, Michael? I mean, you were doing a very good job over there, right? Until send the correct way, okay, paraphrasing. And now you need to tell, or you need to write down, or you need to specify how would you feel in that situation. You know what? If that happened to me, I will feel upset. I will feel frustrated. I will feel disappointed. I will feel sad. I will feel anxious, right? You can use that as well, right? How would you feel, right? So that will help you out with the customer. Says Andres, you're the right. You what? You're right, coach. Okay. Larry says, sorry to hear that, Mr. Customer. First of all, I would like to apologize for the inconvenience. If I were you, I would buy a gift. What? For very special moment. I will, if I were, come again. I bought a gift to my daughter for a very special moment. I like that part, right? I understand. I like that part when you say, Mr. Customer, I understand that you bought a gift for you, you bought this a gift for a very special moment for your daughter. And I totally understand the weight, how you feel right now. If I were you, I will feel the same. I will feel frustrated. All right. But be careful, guys. Don't sorry the customer. Once again, you sorry the customer if you make the mistake. If you at the moment of the call, you made the mistake. You sorry the customer, and you say, "Oh yes, Mr. Let's say Mr. Sandino, right? For example, I don't know." And the customer said, "I'm not Mr. Sandino. That's not my name. I am Mr. Smith. Call me Mr. Smith." Or, oh yes, Mr. Smith. Hold on, wait a second, Dr. Smith, because yeah, we might have some customers like that. They don't want you to address them by their last name with Mr. They want you to address them with their title, Dr. Smith or Pastor Smith, right? So you sorry the customer when you made, oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Customer, boom, and you say, I'm sorry, Mr. Smith, or I'm sorry, Dr. Smith, right? Because he's telling you, hey, you know what? Don't call me Mr. Smith. Call me Dr. Smith. Or the other way around. Hey, you know what? Chill, no worries, right? Don't call me Mr. Smith. Don't call me Dr. Smith. Call me Nestor, for example, right? Just saying. But yes, you don't need to sorry the customer. If you made the mistake, yes, you can sorry the customer. But if you didn't, I mean, remember the following. You work in a call center, yes, and something happened in the moment of at the moment of the sending, right, the shipping, that it was not proper correct. It could be you when you actually set up the order. It could have been the customer. It could have been production. We don't know, right? So, and that is completely normal, right? So, one of the things that you can say is, Mr. Customer, I truly understand why your daughter hasn't received the product just the one that you ordered for her and her birthday. And if I were in your position, I would feel the same, right? That is the only thing that you need to do when it comes to empathy. Then later on, you need to do with, or you need to go with the solution, which is another sentence. Is another sentence that you can use. But right now, I just want to make sure that everybody understands what showing empathy is, right? Showing empathy is. For example, let's see. I would expect to arrive on time, so I understand if you're upset with us. Okay. So yeah, the customer is already upset with you, right? So you don't need to tell, I understand that you are upset with us. No, if I were you, you're telling the customer, if I were you, I would be upset. I would be frustrated. I would be unhappy, right? But if you are just like putting more pressure in the wound, it's gonna be, you know, horrible for the customer. So I wouldn't say that of the customer. I wouldn't say something like, you know what? I understand that you are upset. Yeah, of course he's gonna tell you. Of course I am, and it's gonna be a horrible situation for you. When you touch the feelings, right? The idea of touching the feelings, the idea of touching empathy is for you to ease the customer. You know what ease? Is pretty much make customer feel okay, let's go back again. Let me explain you. All right. That is the idea of empathy. That's why empathy is so crucial, it's so important before anything else, before giving a solution, before actually telling the customer what he has to do with the instructions that you're going to give him and so, right? So that's why if you don't show the right empathy with the DOM, he's going to tell you no, right? Let me give you another example, and this is one of the situation that happened to one of the person, right? One of the students that actually mentioned this in our WhatsApp group, right? In our free WhatsApp group. By the way, if you are interested in, the only thing that you need to do is to share this live, smash that notification button, that you give a thumb up, give us like, and also to subscribe, right, to our course. And by the way, you will see just right here a card once this has been recorded where you can subscribe to our course, right, for free. Anyway, so pay attention to this comment from AOM, from Operation Manager. The comment goes like this. Let me see. Let me try to find it. You know what? Ring, right? Thank you very much for calling. My name is Nestor. How can I help you? You know what? I would like to order, I don't know, let's say I would like to order a camera, right? Okay, no problem, Mr. Customer. Let me help you go ahead in setting up your account or your order. And the conversation goes by, right? But suddenly there are customers very open with you. And they are open because they just want to talk, or they are open because they don't have anybody to talk with, right? So we need to understand that part. And the comment was from the customer, you know what? My grandfather passed away last weekend. So how would you go with that empathy statement? It's nothing related to the job. It's nothing related. I'm sorry, Mr. Customer, right? For what happened to you. No, it's not that way. It's not the right procedure. So how would you say to the customer, you know what, my grandfather passed away last weekend? In other words, die last weekend. My grandfather died last weekend. So how would you go with that statement? How would you show, or how can you show some empathy to the customer by saying that? Let me know in the comments down below. So let's see. Okay, so for example, Andres, this is from the previous comment. I can't imagine your frustration. I know that your daughter's birthday, it's very special, say, and I'm really sorry for this inconvenience, but don't worry, I will resolve this problem myself. Much better, Andres, much better, being honest. But that part, don't worry, never say that to the customer. Don't worry, Mr. Customer, right? It's not like that, right? Imagine the following, Andres. Let's see, Andres, imagine the following. Imagine that you have $100, right? And suddenly you put it in your pocket. And at the moment that you say to your girlfriend, you know what, let's go, I'm going to invite you, right? And boom, turns out that you don't have the $100 with you anymore. From one way or another, you lost the money, right? So if one of your friends comes to you and says to you, oh, don't worry, man, don't worry. How would you feel about that? That is not what you are expecting. Also, you are not expecting your friend to give you that $100, right? But you will be expecting something else, like on other kind of breath, right? Other kind of wordings at the moment that you are sharing that with your friend, right? And in a situation that happened to your girlfriend, that you invited her to go, I don't know, to something to eat, right? So don't worry about that. It's not a good expression, my friend. One of the expressions that I suggest you to use are the ones that are right here. Look, let me show you. Hold on, wait a second. Here we have, right? Those are the expressions that you can use, right? I understand. Here we go. I understand how hard it is for you to lose this $100. I understand how hard it is for you to lose a relative, right? And if I were in your situation, I would be sad. I would be in shocked, right? Those are the adjectives that you can use. But then you say, don't worry, everything's going to be okay. No, it's not like that. You don't know what is actually the situation with that person, right? So most likely, if that happens to you, if that scenario happens to you, you need to take your time. The customer is being open with you. The customer is telling you something sensitive. So once you have said your empathy statement, you get yourself quiet and wait what the customer has to say. If it's taking longer, you can say to the customer, Mr. Customer, um, would you like to proceed? Would you like me to give you a call later? How would you like me to go with right now that you have been telling me this? I understand that losing a family member, a relative is not easy. If I were you, I would feel the same. I would feel sad, in shock. I would feel depressed, right? So, and you get yourself quiet. You can say, "Don't worry, Mr. Customer." Anyway, so he's in heaven now, or if he behaved good, because I believe in God. So you can say those type of things, right? You need to take your distance, right? You need to step out, right? And you need to let the customer time for the customer actually give you the following instruction if he will like to continue on the call, or if you can give the call back to the customer, because it's possible for you to give a call back to the customer, right? All right, so, and those are the empathy statements that you need to use. Number one, use the empathy statement. Number two, tell what the customer situation is, but you need to paraphrase. And last but not least, you need to tell the customer how would you feel if you were in that situation. As simple as that. That is empathy statement. I hopefully expect, guys, that this class about empathy statement has been useful for all of you. And let me know in the comments down below if do you guys understand what you need to do next time you are being asked what empathy is, and if you are being asked in a role play situations like that. Okay, that is called role play. That is the reason of the role play. The role play is how would you act in situation like this. Okay, so link to empathy statement, guys, is active listening. If you have good active listening, you are hit that ball out of the stadium. Believe me, I promise you. All right. So that is something that I wanted to share about empathy statement, or I wanted to share about what you need to do in case you go with this role playing, right, at your next job interview at a call center. And let me know in the comments down below if you would like to. We have two options. Option number one, we do a role play where I am being the customer and you're using empathy statements, right? Only empathy statements, right? And or number two, let's go ahead and have some interview practice, right? I already have some questions for you, so let me know in the comments down below how would you like to proceed, and let's do it, everybody. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me know, let me know, let me know, let me know.
Roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of stone, pillars of sand. I hear terrorists and the bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once he died was never, never alone. It's word, not word. Shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I've become. Revolutionary sway for my bed on a silver plate, just to pop it on a string. Oh, who would ever want to be king? Roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes.
All right, so I'm gonna be reading some of the comments, guys, that you actually wrote down, and says the following. Okay, so I understand that you are upset, but let me send you again the gift, and as applause for the mistake, we are going to give her another extra gift. No creaciones en Mundo Valle. That is not empathy, my friend. That is part of the solution, which is not that bad. And whenever you are in a role play, you can give the heaven to the customer in a role play, right? You have three options, right? There are two type of role plays. The other role play that you can have is that they are giving you already what you need to work on. For example, there is a call center that actually tells you in a piece of paper, you know what I want you to do is to read the about these things, right? And most likely it could be cell phones, computer. It could be about if it's a technical support account, right? And he is gonna tell you, you know what? I want you to read it. I want you to analyze it. I want you to take a look at the numbers. I want you to take a look at the offer, for example. And based on that, we're gonna do the role play. That is the type of role play that you need to stick to a piece of paper. But when you have open role playing, meaning that you can talk about anything, you can give any type of offer to the customer. It's pretty okay, right? You can do that with the customer. However, my friend, what you are telling me just right here is not right. I'm gonna give you one gift. I'm gonna give you two gifts. I'm gonna give you three gifts. It's not empathy, right? That is not empathy. And remember, I want you to go back to the empathy statements. If I were in your position, what is the situation? The situation is the customer did not receive the product of for her daughter. Boom. This is empathy. And how would you feel? I will feel anxious. I will feel upset. I will feel frustrated. I will feel in shock. I will feel surprised, right? Because you guys did not deliver what the customer was expecting, right? So we have from Exodia. I completely understand how frustrated you feel right now. I'll be more than glad if you let me know some important details of your product order. I will find a solution ASAP. That is part of a solution. That is part of a solution, right? I completely understand your frustration. You're frustrated. Right there, Exodia. What's there? You're frustrated. This is where you need to mention. This is where you need to mention what is the problem, what is the situation with the customer, right? This is where you need to mention that. So I had a problem on TikTok, guys. The thing is that TikTok was connected to another signal. I don't know. I don't know why. But let's see if we can go back then. Hold on, wait a second. All righty. So let me see. People from TikTok, let me know in the comments down below if you can hear me, right? Facebook, let me know as well if you can hear me as well. YouTube. Okay, so Lucho Vargas. Mr. Nestor, good morning. What is your problem? I hear your problem. I heard your problem. Yes, this is where you need to put the problem, right? Where you need to restate what the problem is, right? I know that you're unhappy. Okay, I know that you're unhappy. No, if I were you, I would be unhappy. In this way, you're telling the customer that you know that the customer is unhappy. But in this way, you're telling the customer, okay, the customer might be upset. The customer might be angry, right? So let me change it. Instead of saying angry, let me be unhappy. Yeah, you know what, Mr. Customer, I if I were you, I will be unhappy instead of being upset, right? So, and this is the good part about emotions, right? You can play with them, or you can tell what you think the customer is feeling at the moment of the call, right? So you need to restate the problem when you are showing some empathy. Once again, you need to restate the problem when you're showing empathy to the customer. All right, good, good, good. So we have more comments right here. Thank you for calling. My name is Eduardo. I will try my best to help you out. In order for the help you, I'm gonna what? Uh, Further to understand this issue, I'm gonna need your etc etc etc. Okay, so let me see. All right, put yourself in customer shoes, and then we say Nailea. Okay, thank you, Nestor. Hey, Nailea, how do you go? How do you doing, Nailea? Welcome. Thank you very much for tuning in. I learned something new today. There you go. There you go. Christopher Chacon, for everyone who is learning English, those are really great practices. You will have a launcher's class like this. So acknowledge the number, customer shoes, and let apologize of the use. All right, Christopher Chacon, thank you very much for your comment. Phrases like this, I'm gonna get solved for you now. Members gonna fail. You're helping them a full a flow of the call. I'm gonna be great. All right. Thank you very much, Christopher Chacon, for your comments. I really appreciate that. All right. So, guys, once again, what do you think? What would you like to do? Would you like to practice some empathy statements, or would you like to practice some questions for your next job interview at a call center? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know in the comments down below. Let me just turn this off. Let me try to start a new one on TikTok. So let's see what happens, right? So what would you like to do, guys? Let me know in the comments down below. Would you like to practice, or would you like to? Let's see. Listen, we can do this. I am going to share with you the link in order for you to give me a call. All right, you can join in today's episode, and you let me know what would you like to do. Would you like to practice for your next job interview at a call center? Or would you like to practice some empathy statements? What do you think? Let me know. Let me know. I already shared the link with you guys. It's this one right here. So go for it, right? Go for it. Go for it. But the wait, everybody, I just want you to mention that this coming Saturday, we are going to have a course, which an English course, which is for basic, right? Basic English course for call centers. It's gonna be Saturdays, and it's gonna be in the afternoon, right? If you need more information, the only thing that you need to do is to let us know over there, right? To this WhatsApp number 545-88125123. Yes. I know, yes, guys. But hopefully now this time is gonna be even better, because I was connected to another um to another router. I don't know why. Okay, so guys, I already sent the info. Who would like to jump in? Who would like to jump in? Creaciones del mundo, both are important. Yes, I agree. Definitely. And then you say, I understand that it's so hard. Don't receive your daughter presents in a very special day. If I were you in place, I would feel so. Very good, Andres. You got it, my boy. There you go. That is what you need to do. That is what you need to do, Andres Alfonso Porras. Good job, man. High five. High five. You are there. High five and fist bump to you, man. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. So people from TikTok is still getting stock. Let me know. Andres, you did a very good job, man. You did an excellent job. So let's says, Michelle, entré pero mejor me salí. What? Come on, man. This is your opportunity. Come on, come on, come on. Guys, we have Andres in the house. We have in the house. Andres, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, coach. Can you hear me?
Alrighty, Andres. Yes, man. I hear you loud and clear, my friend. Thank you very much for connecting. Where are you calling us from?
It's a pleasure.
Where are you calling us from?
My calling strong. What do you mean?
No, no. Where are you calling us today? Where are you calling us from today? That is my question.
Oh yes, I'm from San Marcos, Carazo.
San Marcos Carazo. Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. So let me ask you, Andres, what would you like to practice? Would you like to practice job interview questions? Would you like to practice empathy statements? Role play. What would you like?
Yeah.
The role play is going to be easy, right? It's going to be super, super easy. So you shouldn't be worried about that if you want to practice role play. But when it comes to the job interview questions, I can go ahead and play it as well, the questions for
Honestly,
you.
honestly, I want to practice both.
You want to practice both.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. Okay, let's go. Which one would you like to start with then?
Job interview.
The job
I would
interview.
like to.
All right.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. So here we go then. Here we go. Just give me 1 second. Let me just go ahead and write down what I'm gonna be evaluating, and then we're gonna start, right?
Yeah.
In the meantime, may I ask you, where did you learn English?
Well, I took a little course at Inatech, and then I was studying by myself, and currently I have been studying at E4CC
Okay, all right. What's your level right now over there?
advanced level.
So okay, okay. So you're getting there. Have you applied already to a call center?
Yes, I I have applied for Cytel, IBEX, and Concentrics, but Cytel 3 days ago told me that that they will call me to offer me maybe a position or flip or if in alliance with E4CC, but they
Okay.
didn't call me.
They haven't calling you. Oh,
And
you know what? You don't need to lose some hope over there, man. Just giving some opportunity, right? If they don't call you, the only thing that you need to do is to call them back and ask them, hey, you know what? I'm still waiting for your call. What is going on? I'm gonna be accepted or
yes,
not? Right? That's the only thing that you need to do.
yes, I will accept it. Also, I had an interview with operation manager at IBEX and Concentrics, but I didn't pass the role, please.
What happened at the role play?
Well, in Concentric, I had problem with these topics of today with empathetic statement. I didn't have empathetic with my customers in that
What
role
was
play.
what was the situation?
Um, the grandmother's customers was passed away.
Okay, die. All right. So grandmother's customers die. So, and what did you do,
Yeah.
or what did you say in this case?
I'm sorry to hear that, and I will and I and I continued with to try to resolve the problem because they told me that they needed to recover photos in her cell phone. So
There you go.
I was concerned for the problem because I didn't have idea how to resolve the problems, and I didn't think about how the customer feels in that moment, for the grandmother's die.
Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I know what you mean. Definitely when that happens to you, because I have been through that scenario in the past as well. And one of the things that most likely I do is that you can either stay quiet, but obviously you need to show some empathy at the customer. Mr. Customer, I know how odd it is for you to feel a relative how hard it is for you to feel, in this case, your
Yeah.
grandmother. And definitely, if I were in your shoes right now, I would feel sad or in shocked because of your
Yes,
grandmother's uh,
yes,
uh,
but you know,
death.
in that moment, I felt nervous because I I I I felt I felt nervous because I didn't have any idea about technical support, and so I just thought about the problems of the tech supports, and honestly, I didn't realize that it's most important that
No, no,
empathy
no, no, no,
system.
no, no, no. I'm not saying. Be careful with that. Be careful with that. I'm not saying that it's most important to put yourself in customer. It is important to put yourself in customer service, but also it is important how you're gonna instruct the customer on a resolution, right? Both
Okay,
of them, they
okay,
are linked. Both of
got
them
it,
are
got
super, super important, right? Now, depending on the campaign that you are going to, it's going to be the role play, right? So if you are going to a campaign for customer, let's say for technical support, try to understand the basics. And what would be the basics? For example, if you work, or if you would like to work for web help, for example, right now, that in the past was one link. In web help, they have a gadget, right? They have a gadget, and the idea is to understand how the gadget works, right? In order for you to set up the account of the gadget, and you can help the customer and instruct the customer how you can set up this type of gadget for the customer, right? If you go, for example, to let's say another campaign, Concentrics, which is pretty much about technology, and you need to be aware of the different type of things that you do with technology, right? For example, computers, for example, cell phones, and how
research,
to reset your cell phone,
research information.
that's right. So you need to look for that information in order for you to be ready for that particular scenario, because that is going to happen to you. If you go to Sitel, for example, and if you are applying for one of the, let's say, sales campaign, right, you need to be ready for the campaign that they are offering, that sales campaign, or credit cards, or financial finance, for example, right? So that those things are super duper important, but also it's important to show empathy to the customer, because let me tell you, in a call center, they are going to teach you and pretty much what is the product all about, but they might not teach you how to treat the customer, how to handle the call. Alrighty, they might teach you things like basic things, right? You know what? Tell me, okay, open the call. Thank you very much for calling Nyiri Nyara Nyara. My name is Nyiri Nyara Nyara. How can I help you, right? But as long as you are in the QA department, which is quality, through quality, they are gonna teach you how to perform the call flow with the customer, right? But at the moment of the role play, you might have an idea on how to do that, right? So it's super duper important, both
Yeah.
things, to know how to handle customers' situation when it comes to empathy, taking ownership, showing some empathy, showing building some rapport, and how to place the customer on hold. Everything is important, and everything is in game when you are in a role play. Alrighty, so keep that
Yeah,
in mind.
you know.
So, yep, you would like to
Uh,
say something else?
actually, I had an interview with web help, and that required asking me the question very very fast, and so I lost in sometimes how to respond to the questions, and you know. I believe web help is the most difficult interview that I had ever.
Okay, let's see then. Let's see. So, are you ready for today's interview?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, there you go. So, just give me 1 second. Pronunciation, vocabulary, fluency, grammar, and Hold on 1 second. Okay. So one of the questions that I have for you, my friend Andres, is the following.
Yeah.
What is, let's imagine, what is the call center that you are applying right now? Let's,
Um,
whatever. You can mention whatever call center.
Cycle.
Okay,
Cycle.
Saitel. Okay, the following question is why do you like to work for us?
Well, honestly, before to take the decision to apply for you, I researched a lot of information about you, and I only found good comments about your company. For example, that you have good environment, good labor environment, um, good trainers, good salary, and I'm sure if in your company I will have the opportunity to grow professionally. In addition, I believe that Saitel is the best company of customer service around the country. That is my answer.
Okay, 1 second. I'm just taking notes. Okay, I'm just taking notes.
Yes.
Okay, and if I ask you what would be your superpower for this position, what would you say?
Um, how do you mean my main skill for this position?
If you had a superpower for this position, what would you say it would be? A
Yeah.
superpower for this position. Yes.
Well, I have good communication skills, um, and active listening. I'm pretty good to understand the people and give them advice and feedbacks. Um, I really love to help the others peoples and their problems.
Can you tell me about the last time you gave an advice to someone?
Can you repeat me the question, please?
Can you tell me about the last time you gave an advice to someone?
Yes, I remember my wife had a lot of problems with um in her job, and I remember that I told her that if she need to think about her, and need to she need to think that she is the most important person, and honestly that was a difficult question, because it's in the past, and on it, well, I told her that she need to quit the job, and 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 I told her that she need to take the roads of her life, and quit the job and find other options for her.
Thank you very much. And one more question that I have for you is um, what is failure for you?
Failure.
Failure. What is failure for you, and how can you overcome situations when you fail at something?
What is play? I didn't know what is that word, honestly.
Failure, when you fail at something, when something goes wrong in your life. So, what I want you to know
Oh, yeah,
is, Mhm. You got it?
yeah. Yes, I got it. Well, is when you commit a mistake, you feel bad for something that you do.
Okay. And when was the last time you failed at something?
Well, I believe 1 month ago when I had a problem in my job with my boss. I made a mistake because I'm a quality inspector in a textile company. So I I I I I allowed that a garments pass with other label size, and my boss yelled at me. I remember, and I answered him in a bad way, and I felt bad because he had he has reasons, and I didn't act in that way, and I overcame. I just asked it for apologize for him.
Okay. Now, those are the type of questions that a recruiter might ask you, or a language or a OM can ask you, right? Those are the type of questions that a recruiter or a OM may ask you, right? Now, I'm gonna ask you one more question that a language specialist could ask you. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yes.
tell me about the time that you met your best friend. How you met your best friend.
Um. Well, I remember that I took his school bag, and I and I hide his school bags into the can, and he has so mad because he didn't find his school bag, and he was asking around around the high school, asking for his scholar, about around the high school, asking for his bag, and he was so funny, but I was so funny, but he was so mad for that situation.
All right, thank you very much. So, everybody from home, everybody who is listening right now and tuning in, a round of applause for Andress. Guys, it's not easy. It's not easy to be on spot where people are just
Honestly,
watching and maybe some comments later on. So, hey, Andres, my friend, I just want you to give me a big smile, man. Ta-da! Give me one big smile, man. All right, so listen,
no,
Andres.
I feel
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
Tell
bad.
me,
Honestly, I
how
I,
how
I think that I
how
that I
how
that I did
how'd you how'd you feel after
a
that
bad
interview?
interview. I feel really sad because I know I am recognized that I did a bad interview.
Okay, so now we have. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, man, and we have two options right here. You can you can you can tell yourself, you know what, I did very bad. I did very bad. I did very bad, and you are sending that negativity to your subconscious, and in the end, what is going to happen is that you're going to say in the end, right? You're going to say, you know what, I'm not good at this. I suck at this, and I can't do that.
Yes.
That is one of the path. The second path is to listen to yourself, listen to your mistakes, embrace them, hug them, and tell yourself, you know what, I am going to fix this. I am going to prove myself that I can do this, that this is going to be super easy for me, that this is just a moment, this is just a process, and mistakes are just part of the process. Mistakes is something that is on its way to be where I want to be, which is at the top of that mountain, or which is to be higher in that call center. Something that you mentioned, and I like from your profile, Andres, is that you mentioned that you already have some work experience, right? And that is super
Yeah.
duper important in call centers. Even though you don't work in a call center, they love to have people who already have some experience because it's easy or easier for them to teach them the new tools or the tools of the skills that you need for you to take that call, all right, or for you to take that campaign, the one that you want to work for. Okay, now let me just go ahead and read some of the comments that I have. And you say before to take the decision. Before to take, most likely, I wouldn't say before to take. I would say something like before taking this decision of applying here
Before
at
taking this, yeah.
Sitel, before taking before, and then you have the verb before taking this decision, I have, and you continue, right? Um, I love something that you said about Sitel, that you have heard, that you have read some comments, and that you guys offer a good environment where to work. And this is something positive. Be careful, my friend, with the word grow up. When you are just a boy, a little guy, you
Yeah.
grow
It's
up.
just
But when it comes to professionally speaking, you can say
it's just
grow up.
grow,
It just grow. I want to grow
grow.
professional within Sitel. Now, it is true that Sitel is a company, and you're saying, Sitel, no, this company, its customer service around, is the best customer service around the world. That expression over there was no well structured. So be careful with that. You can use superlative. You can use, you know what? I think, I believe that Sitel, instead of saying company, 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 mention the name Sitel, 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 or IBEX, or whatever call center you're applying for, right? Instead of saying the company,
Right.
the company, the company, be a specific, right? Recruiters, they want to know if you are sure in applying with them, right? So those are the things that I want you to keep in mind for the first part. For the second part, I love when you said I have good communication skills. I love that. I love that part. And but then I asked you for a moment, or tell me a time where you gave, or when you gave a good advice, and you started to talk
Yeah.
about your wife. Be careful, all right? Be careful with that, because
Yeah.
it's everything related to the job. Listen, we might have problem. I have problem as well. You have problems. So, but never, never, never talk about your life. It's how
Okay.
you can fix problems, or how you can fix the situations to the customers, right? Or with the customer for the campaign that you're looking. So don't talk about your mother, your wife, your daughter. Nothing. It's not relevant. And even though
Okay.
that maybe my words are gonna be like rude, they don't care. All right, but that's the truth. What they care is them. What they care is Sitel. What they care is um, what you are gonna be doing for their customer. Is a business, right? So do not confuse, what business is with family situation is. Now you might have a family. Hold on, wait a second. I don't want people misunderstand my words. I'm not saying that I tell they don't care about your mother, or about your wife, right? I'm not saying that.
Yes, I
I'm
got
just
it.
telling. I'm just telling that at the moment of a job, or a moment of a interview, it's not relevant information. It's not a powerful information that will help you out to get the position. So don't talk about your family. Talk about how your skills, which is good communication skill, is going to help you out to resolve a future problem for the position that you're applying for. All righty? Are you following me on that
Right,
one?
right, coach. Right.
All right.
Yes, yes, got it.
Then you say a problem with my boss. You say quality inspector. That's something that is really interesting. Quality inspector. You know that in call centers they have quality analyst. So picture yourself. You know there are a lot of opportunity for you in the call center, man. There are a lot of opportunity. You already have some experience. Let me tell you one secret. The people who have already experience and they show the communication skills that a recruiter are looking for, they are easily hired. Alrighty, they are easily hired, and they are, and if you put your work and you do your best, you have the opportunity to be promoted. Okay. And
Yeah.
last but not least, at the end, right, almost at the end, the conversation with the language, especially with the LS, right? How you met your best friend. I was expecting more details. You only mentioned I took his backpack and I hid. This be careful. We're talking about past. I hid, right, his backpack, and he
Yes, yes,
was
yes.
asking for his back. Be careful. You're repeating yourself. Asking for it. Asking for his back. I was so funny. I was so funny. It was funny, right? It's something that you can say.
Yeah,
It was. Listen, Andres.
yeah.
This is my feedback, right? This is something that I want you to change next time. And maybe you haven't taken any notes so far, but the only thing that you need to do is to rewatch this video, to rewatch what I'm telling you, take notes out
Coach,
of that, and do your
okay.
best next time.
Coach, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Uh, when can I have the questions of language special or ON? Because we in general we only get the interview questions, with that required, but it's very difficult to find the questions of operation managers or language special.
Okay, so now this is you are touching you are touching the one of our specialities right here at Nesting ACC. Those are the questions that we actually teach in our courses, right, for call centers. And but I'm gonna share with you the following. If they ask you questions like, "What did you do last weekend?" That is LS. They are measuring your English level. Okay. If they ask you questions like, "Why should we hire you?" Obviously they are measuring your English level, but besides that they just want to spot you. They want to make sure you are the right person for the position. And questions like, "Tell me about the time that you give or you gave a good advice." That is one of the questions that it could be asked by the OM. So what I ask you right here, it's the three questions, right? One from each, in order for me to determine what would be the best way for you to proceed. However, my friend, this is something that we teach privately in our courses. I hopefully understand. I hopefully
Okay,
expect that you understand that part. All righty.
okay, got it, got it,
All
got
right.
it. No
Beautiful,
problem.
man. Beautiful.
Uh,
Andres is Andres, right? Andres.
yeah.
Do you have any other question that you may have?
No, coach. Only thank you for this opportunity.
All right, my friend. You know what? Remember, do not kill yourself tonight, right? Or tomorrow, or the following week. Just practice, man. Practice, practice, practice.
Yeah, yeah.
I need you to work with your vocabulary, general. Remember the questions I asked you. And you are in the
Yes,
group,
yes,
right? You are
I did.
in our private. I mean, in the group, in the free group. Are you in the free group?
Yeah. Yes,
All
I,
right.
I
So
am.
in WhatsApp.
Yes, I am in that group.
All right, good. Let's do the following. Um, Review this video, right? Review this video, review your interaction.
For
Look
one
for
to ten, for
vocabulary.
1 to 10, what's my score? What is my score?
Listen, we need to work with vocabulary. We need to work with, let's say, how to develop your answers properly from point A to point B, which is an speaking strategy, and fluency. But the thing is that if you develop your vocabulary plus the speaking strategy that we normally teach, you're gonna be fluent. Are you following me? All right. So what I want you to do
Yes,
is to
yes, coach.
watch this video again, to watch your listen to your question, listen to your answer, and try to look for more vocabulary that will help you out to to say what you really want to say. Alrighty, my friend. So everybody, let's go ahead and give a round of applause again to
Right, coach.
Andress. There you go, Andress, my friend. There you go. There you go. So thank you, Andre. Thank you very much for
Thank you, coach.
connecting
Thank you.
today,
Thank you
and
very much
have
for
a good
opportunity.
one, my friend. Okay. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. Alrighty. So, guys, we had Andress in the house. You see how easy it is to participate?
Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my dance so stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing.
Come on, cavalry choirs singing. Come on, man. Jump in, jump in. How can I get into the free group? Creaciones El Mundo Valle. I will be sending the link, okay? In order for you to have access to it. That's a secret? I mean, it's not like it's our powerful weapon. Yes, at Nest Necessity. This is our powerful weapon. It's not a secret. This is for respect. I can't tell you, obviously, in our free life lessons, our powerful weapon, because this is for respect for the people who have paid for the course. Creaciones. I hopefully expect that you can understand. He mentioned Saitel, man. Those are the type of questions. Okay. Don't be afraid of to make mistakes. All right. Yes. 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 Guys, everybody makes mistakes. And the other day, I just watched Joe Biden, the president from United States, speaking, addressing the audience, and he made a lot of mistakes, guys. And he is the first man from that great nation. So everybody made mistakes. No worries. Somebody else? Larry. Larry wants to jump in. I mean, Larry, are you sure? I'm going to kill you today, man. Él está en avanzado, yo en basic. Michael, jump in then. Jump in. Let's practice. Come on, man. Come on, man, Michael. Barack host, you got hired. There you go. Hey, bro, who's this man? You are helping me a lot. Well, this is I'm hopefully expect right. I'm expecting. I'm expecting I actually did that. Thank you very much for following the host. All right, so let me go ahead and share one more time the link. So here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There you go, Michael. I'm waiting for you, Michael. Come on, jump in. Come on, Michael. Come on, Michael. Waiting for you, man. Let me just write down what I'm gonna be evaluating, okay? I want to jump in. Go to YouTube, man. Steven. Steven, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you, man. Loud and clear. Turn your camera, man. Turn your camera. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Okay, give me a second, please.
Sure, no problem, man. Take your time. Okay, so I think that hey, what's up, man? Thank you very much for connecting. So your name is Steven, right?
Yes, my
Okay, sure.
middle name.
Your middle name is Steven. All right, Steven, thank you very much for connecting one more time. Where are you tuning in? Where are you calling us from?
Guatemala.
Guatemala City. So welcome to people from Guatemala. There you go, man. There you go. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's see, Steven, what would you like to practice? Would you like to practice, let's say today, in today's event, we are talking about how to show empathy in a call for a role play. And the other one is call center questions, right? So it's up to you, my buddy. What would you like to do?
Uh, I would like to practice about interview.
The interview. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do that then. So let's see, let's see, let's see. Are you ready then?
Not yet, but it's okay.
Let's do it then. Let's do it. I wish you all the best, man. I wish you all the best. The first question that I have for you is the following. Let's see. What type of a skill do you have for this position?
Well, thanks for asking. To be completely honest with you, and in my point of view, I have many skills. I mean, for example, I have a good communication with people to solve their problems about uh, his. their internet, about issues with their cell phone, things like that. And that is my answer. And
Okay. One moment. I'm just taking notes. Okay.
okay,
Um, if I visit your city, what place should I go and why?
okay, that's an interesting question because in my city there are many places to visit. Um, but if you if you were here, um, my advice for you it will be you you could visit Tical Futura. It's a building. It's a beautiful building when you can buy many things. For example, food and clothes, and there is a I forgot the word. It's there is a fuente, and a beautiful fuente to say, uh, and that is my answer about it.
Okay. One second. And do you have any job experience?
To be honest, no yet, but I feel I am ready to work with your company.
Okay. And why would you like to work for us?
Well, I know I have to improve myself in many things, but I feel I feel good with myself to give give you everything about me. I mean, I know your company. It's a good a good job to start to work, and I know I can I can be useful, or I can be uh I forgot it. I'm sorry. I can be
Breathe in, breathe in. Remember to breathe in, man.
sorry. My bad.
That's okay. No worries, man. You shouldn't be sorry for anything. Okay. And one more question that I have for you is tell me about the last movie you saw.
Okay. Um, the last movie I saw, uh, it was Interstellar. That movie it's awesome, and it's about the life and the death, because uh, in the movie they are talking about the world and we are living, but the world is dying. I mean, and it's an interesting movie. They are talking about new galaxies, new worlds when we can live, but we are not prepared for it. And that's my answer.
Okay. Just give me 1 second. Okay.
Okay.
Where did you study English, man?
Okay, thanks for asking. Last year I was studying by myself, and this year uh, I uh, I start to study in an academy uh, named Direct English, and I have 4 months studying uh, in this academy, and now I am in basic 4. And this academy has eight level
Eight
in base.
levels.
Yes, 8 levels: uh, basic, intermediate, and advanced.
Hmm. Okay. All right. Very good. All right. And good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Excellent. Thank you very much, Steven. As thank you very much. A round of applause for you as well. All righty. Very good. Very good. Very good. Excellent. Excellent. So let's see. My friend Steven. Steven, why is your last name Don't Kill? What do you mean by that? Don't kill. Don't kill me or what?
Yeah, that I wrote that name because I was a little scared about the question.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is
Don't
my
worry. What do you think about the questions? They were difficult or they were easy?
to be honest with you, it depends. I mean, if I feel with myself with confidence confidence, I can answer it. All of them will is easier. Their way easier, but I mean sometimes I don't feel comfortable with myself, so that's why I I can try to answer them, but I get stressed out, and that's why sometimes I forgot all the words I know that I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, yeah. And let me explain you. The main reason why that happens is because you need to practice a little bit more. You need to be in situations where it's demanding you to speak the language frequently, right? And there are different ways that you can practice nowadays with the technology. We have different type of apps. For example, we have Hello Talk, we have Free for Talk, we have groups in Telegrams. We also have, if you for example play Free Fire, and if you use the server from the United States and you group friends, you can talk to them in English, right? There are different ways. I sometimes I have used that, and it's really cool. I really like it because you're playing and you are talking about different type of things at the same time. And that is the number one thing that I suggest you to do. Try to look for some spaces where it's really demanding, high demanding, that you must speak the language, right? That's number one. You can use Free for Talk. It's free, right? It's online. And something that I can see from you right now, Stephen, is that one of the things I would suggest you to start doing right now is to acquire more vocabulary. And it's really simple, but it takes time, right? It's really simple. The strategy they're gonna teach you, but it takes time. The only thing that you need to do is to go back to this video again, listen to the question, and write down your possible answers. Your answer should be between 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 1 minute maximum, from point A to point Z. What means is that your answer must have a beginning and an end, right? I see in your answers a lot of repetitions. You're repeating yourself. If you're saying one sentence, you continue, and then you're repeating again the same sentence, maybe using other words. Number one. Number two, you're missing vocabulary. The reason why you're repeating yourself is because you're missing vocabulary. You will need to have more vocabulary in order for you to structure your answers. And Besides that vocabulary, you need to have a way of organizing your ideas. That's why I'm telling you that you need to listen again what you said, listen to the questions, and answer from point A to point all the way down to point C. That, because of lack of vocabulary, you're repeating yourself, is affecting your fluency. And because it's affecting your fluency in a call center, they might tell you go to practice. And the way that you need to practice is by the way that I just told you. You can use Free Fire, you can use GTA if you have those type of games, right? Or you can use Telegram groups, or you can use, let's say, Free for Talk. You can use Hello. There are different type of apps that you can use in order for you to talk to people. Sometimes you might find people from different part of the world, from the United States, from people from China, people from Ukraine, people from Russia, which is really good, because the more people you get used to listen to, the better it will be for you when you take a call in a call center. And something else that will help you out immediately, but just immediately, if you start applying what I'm going to tell you right now, is just smile, man. Smile when you are telling your sentence, or when you are saying your sentences. You need to smile. You need to show some kind of confidence, and the way that you can show confidence is just by simply smiling. If you smile, your intonation, your pronunciation will change. Number one. Number two, and number three, you are showing the recruiter that you have some confidence within you, and it's going to be easier for you to get or to land that position. All right.
Right.
And one more thing, stop saying that is my answer. That is my answer. That is my answer. All righty. Pay
Right, sir.
attention to the question. Pay attention to the question. What is the question? The question is, for example, tell me about the city, or tell me about a place where I should visit, right? So pay attention to the question. And this is the place that you should visit if you come here. Instead of saying, that is my answer, that is my answer, that is my answer, you know what? And this is the place where you should visit in case you were here. Boom, you finish with that statement. Write it down. That is my answer. Or there is another one, which is that's it. That's it. That's it. Or this is what I wanted to say, right? Don't use that, because it's useless, right? This is not proper way of communicating in English, right? Alrighty, my friend Steven, something else that I want to add, and for everybody as well. Another way for you to practice is by joining our private speaking club on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you need more information about that, 505 88 125 123. Alrighty, Steven, and
All
alrighty,
right.
everybody. There you go. Steven, do you have any question for me before you leave?
Maybe.
Go ahead.
Um, okay. When I am talking with someone, or in this case with my coach, when I'm taking my English class, I don't feel with confidence with myself, but I'm not sure if I mean if I have the vocabulary about many things, but I don't know why I don't feel I don't know how to explain it, but I don't feel comfortable with myself when I am talking with someone, because I forgot all I forget all I forgot all, but I have the vocabulary. I mean,
Okay.
and
Um, the way that you can practice is the following, right? In order for you to acquire some kind of confidence, what I just mentioned is just repeat it again and repeat it again and repeat it again. Let me give you an example. One of the question was, tell me what would be the best place in your city to visit, right? So that the same question, the only thing that you need to do is to answer the same question 3 times. The first time, what is going to happen is that you will be like, okay, I don't know how to say this. Boom, you look for it, right? Oh, I don't know how to say that. Boom, you look for it. That is the first attempt. You are hesitating, you are building your sentences, and so on the second, you take your time, take 5 minutes, breathe, go, leave it for 5 minutes, a minute, and go back again, because you're studying, right? You're preparing yourself. The second attempt that you need to do, the second thing that you need to do is do it again. The same question. What would be the city that I can visit, right? That I can visit in your country, right? What it would be the best place for me to visit in your country? You practice again. The second attempt that you do it is going to be better, because you already in the first attempt you search or you looked for those words that you didn't know. But on the second attempt, what is going to happen is that you're going to remember what those words were, right? You know what I mean? And the last step, which is record yourself. And the recording part, you're going to pay attention to your fillers. You're going to pay attention if you are pronouncing the words correctly, if you are connecting your words, if there's any connected speech, if you are going to listen, if you have the right vocabulary, and if that is the right message you wanted to say. And by doing that, question after question, day after day, you are building confidence. So every time, let me tell you, life is cyclical. The question that I'm asking you today, in the future, you will see it again. And if you are not ready today for the same question you're going to see again in the future, the mistake is on you. So you need to be ready today with the question that I'm telling you today. And by the time that somebody else asks you the same question, you will know what to answer. Life is cyclical. All right. Just keep that in mind, my friend. All righty. Stephen.
Okay, all right, all right.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you. Round of applause, everybody. For Steven, man. Thank you very much for connecting, and say hi to all people from Guatemala, man. All righty?
All right. Okay,
All
see ya.
right. Take it easy, man. Take it easy. See ya. See ya. See ya. All right. That was a Steven, everybody. That was a Steven in the house.
Down the doors to let me in. Shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I've become. Revolutionaries wait for my bed on a silver plate, just to pop it on.
Yes. General English, this, which is true, right?
Who would ever wanna be king? I
Alrighty, guys. So time is up. It's already 2 hours. 2 hours in this great event, guys. Somebody else? Rule the world. Alrighty, guys. So remember the following. Remember that we have our next course, our basic course for English for call center this coming Saturday, May the 7th, right? And in the afternoon. If you would like to participate, would like to jump in, if you need more information, the only thing that you need to do is to send us a message through WhatsApp 505-881-25123. There you go. You have it just right there. In order for you to participate, right? So, guys, it's time to go. It's time to go to Nunu, right? I just want to say thank you, TikTok. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook, for connecting today. It has been my pleasure. And guys, I think then I see you when I see you. And I see you next Saturday, right? Next Saturday, 7 p.m., our free course for English for Call Center, where we talked about role plays. We talked about what to say, what not to say, and how to improve your general English level, right? Guys, remember that if you have any particular, if you would like something from Nesting ACC on how we can help you out in our free lessons, let me know in the comments down below. What would you like to talk? What would you like me to explain you? And we're gonna be there, guys. Alrighty. I just want to say thank you. We have 19 people right there connecting, and I love you guys. I love those 19 people just over there connecting on YouTube, and those 8, 9 people connecting on TikTok. Alrighty. As long as I am helping, as long as I feel happy by sharing what I know and what I want you to accomplish, everything, guys, is gonna be just up and running. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Take it easy, guys. Bye-bye, guys. God bless you, guys. Take it easy. Remember, guys, to let me your comments down below, right? Whenever, if you need any help, what would you like me to cover next class? It's gonna be on my pleasure, because this channel is because of you guys. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of salt, pillars of sand. Evaluations. Roman Catholic choirs are singing. God bless you, everybody. Take care. There was a comment. Over here that I want to share with you guys. Was with Larry. Larry is one of the students that we have within Nesting SEC. Tengo 3 semanitas en el curso de Nesting y he aprendido muchísimo. Se lo recomiendo 100% para aquellos que tienen dudas en tomarlo. Thank you very much, my brother from another mother. Take it easy, guys. God bless you. See ya. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Take care, man. Bye-bye, guys.